You're sharing a kitchen with a ghost. Same address, same furniture, but the love, the connection, it has gone. You're technically separated, but you still tiptoe past him in the hallway. Still not trying to cry in the bathroom and still pretending you're fine when your heart is absolutely smashed to pieces. You are stuck in limbo. He's not your partner anymore, he's told you that, but he's still sitting in the dining room table like nothing has changed while everything has changed. The hardest part is you can't start healing while he's still in the room. Here's what I know. In this day and age, we have some issues. Number one, we might be told by our partner, hey, I'm leaving, and they might not go for 3 months, 6 months. We might be told by our partner, I'm leaving, and they're like, but we're going to have to stay in this house because we can't sell it and we can't rent something. It keeps us in a very special kind of painful place. This kind of separation is brutal and more common than I've ever seen it before. It's not because the couples are doing anything wrong. It's because, we are stuck in a place that we probably need to get out of. If we don't get that clean break, we don't get the space to cry, to scream, to fall apart, and to rebuild, then we're kind of stuck in a breakup while we are still living together. We do it for lots of reasons. Financial pressure, like I said, maybe we can't afford to move out of the house right now. Maybe we've got kids and we're wanting to try and do this as gentle as we can for them. Maybe logistically we can't move because all the money we have is in the house and we're going to have to sell the house if we want to move into our separate homes. Or maybe one of us is hoping that we can patch it up, and if we can just stay in the same house for a little while, maybe we can get on top of things and maybe we can deal with some of what's going on, sort it out, and then get back on track. But if part of you is waiting for him to change his mind, waiting for a sign that maybe something is going to change, you have to understand that that's going to cost you emotionally. And it's really important to sit and think about things. Living under the same roof after a breakup is like trying to heal a burn while you're standing next to a fire. You know it's over, but your nervous system is constantly scanning every word, every look, every sigh. Are we really done? Does he really miss me? Is he glad, that he's still here? Is he glad that I'm hurting? When we're looking at it and trying to work it out while we're trying to grieve and trying to imagine what it's like to be separated proper, it's exhausting and confusing because part of us still sees them every single day. They're still in the house every single day. Nothing has changed, but everything has changed. Maybe he's cold and distant, or maybe he's completely indifferent, which is really painful. Maybe he's moved on and he's actually got a partner and you're trying to survive the end of this relationship while he's off having the time of his life. How do we survive such weird situations that are so soul-crushing? It's like a halfway house. How do you start to build emotional boundaries when you are in this space and you're trying to navigate your grief and loss, possibilities of maybe this will sort itself out, and trying to go, like, I don't need you hurting me anymore. This is too emotionally painful for me. Some things that we can do that can be helpful are, stop doing emotional check-ins. Let's have a chat. How are you going? These are talks that sometimes have nowhere to go at all and can be very, very painful. Not being there as a sounding board for your ex, or caretaking, or being the fallback person. They've had a bad day at work and they want to talk about it because it helps them. Waiting for them to lead you to the very next step. You've got to kind of give yourself permission to do your moving forward rather than waiting for them to let you know what they are going to do. If you're sitting in the house and you're feeling invisible, you're feeling exhausted, and your heart feels really heartbroken, but it also feels half hoping, it's really important for you to know that those feelings are really normal. Number one, it is incredibly painful to be in this situation. You're not overreacting, you're not going mad, you're not weak, you're just trying to keep your head above water, but the tide keeps pulling you back out. You don't have to wait for him to leave to start getting your life on track, and that can feel really hard, but it is possible to do it. The first thing you've got to do is draw a line in the sand for you, quietly and clearly, and it's for you. This isn't about him, it's about you. because in limbo, you are never going to heal. You're never going to move forward. And in limbo is not your forever spot. It's an in the moment spot. You're still here. You still have to choose what happens next, to think about what you want, what you need. You know, maybe you can set some boundaries within the house of where is your space, where he doesn't come, so you have space for you to try and work things out. Maybe you have boundaries about, you know, if he's talking to somebody else, not so that it can be heard by you in the house. Maybe he needs to go out for that. You don't want to know the nitty-gritty details of what's happening. You want to maybe go to mediation and talk to somebody about how do we navigate this while we wait for, you know, financial settlement, which can take a long time. Is there easy outs, like maybe he could stay with his parents or a friend, or you could stay with your parents or a friend, just to give yourself a couple of days breathing space away from it? Can you have a break to try and help you navigate through what is going on, and give yourself some time and space to deal with the reality of the situation, protect your little heart because it's hurting so much, and manage life? It can be a very tricky place. You know, when women say to me, we are separated under the same roof, which is what it's called, it is a special kind of painful place. As I said before, it's like trying to heal a burn while standing next to a fire. It's really, really hard. If you need support with this, please do come along to my YouTube channel. You will find playlists around affairs, the end of relationships, long-term relationships, what to do through divorce and separation. I have lots and lots and lots of videos on many topics. I'm a university trained therapist. I work with women globally in my membership program, and I run every single week on YouTube a live Q&A call. You're more than welcome to come along and ask me questions if you'd like to. In addition to that, I also run a free program a couple of times a year called Heartbreak to Healing, where I work with women who've come out of long-term relationships, who are trying to get through that first 3 to 6 months of absolute devastation. If you're interested in that, there is one coming out soon. Take care of yourself. This isn't going to last forever. I know it feels like it right now, but I promise you it will change. You will get to the other side of this, and you're going to be okay. But yeah, it's going to take time. So take really, really good care of yourself. Thank you. Bye.